Parasite cleansers are all the rage these days. Folks are trawling through Amazon for supplements and giving themselves a deep clean at home with helpful tips courtesy of Dr. TikTok. In other words, anything goes. But unless you want to drain your wallet and potentially even endanger your health, it's probably best not to do a parasite cleanse without properly knowing what you're doing. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to go about doing a parasite cleanse in an effective and safe way so that you can expel those unwanted squatters lurking in your body. And make sure you watch this video until the very end because I'm going to talk about a few nutrients that personally I think a lot of parasite cleansers forget, and well, I think they are really essential to prevent a toxic overload from happening as you go about the cleanse. So now, if you've tried a parasite cleanse before, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences. Types of parasites. Okay, we need to start by understanding that there are many different types of parasites. They lurk in your intestine, they can also be in your liver or your lungs, even your brain. I mean, it's crazy. And sorry in advance if they freak you out because yeah, they're not pretty. So let's start with roundworms. The problem with roundworms is that they're quite common in animals, especially dogs, and contact with dog poop, usually through contact with soil, can result in human ingestion or infection. For other roundworms, eggs may hide in the food that you eat, and larvae can enter the body directly through your skin. Yeah, not great. Hookworm. An estimated 576 to 740 million people in the world are infected with hookworm. Very specific, I know. Now, hookworms have these tiny, nasty fangs that basically hook onto your intestinal walls and start to rob you of nutrients and your energy. Hookworm eggs are passed in the feces of an infected person. And the most common way hookworm infection is acquired if the poop of the infected person somehow ends up in the soil and someone walks barefoot on the soil. So just be careful of where you do your grounding. And then we have flukes. The most common way that humans get flukes is by eating undercooked fish, crabs or crayfish from areas where the parasite is found. Tapeworms. These are the largest parasites and some reach a length of more than 25 meters. And if you think that's bad enough, they can survive up to 30 years as well. I know this blew my mind and I do not recommend Googling the largest tapeworm ever found in a human. You'll never be the same again. These ones are notorious for basically using their suction cups, which they have on their heads, stuck into your intestinal walls, which is why the normal movements of your bowels often don't cause them to dislodge. They can stay in your intestines a heck of a long time. And then we have protozoa. These are found all over the world and come from contaminated drinking water and water in general. So drinking water straight out of the creek would probably get you one of these bad boys. These usually tend to give you acute diarrhea and you'll have a week of a pretty terrible time. Now, most of these parasites get around via hand-to-hand contact, drinking contaminated water and poor hygiene, such as bathroom habits, having grubby nails, and contaminated food is also a major means of how they are able to hitch a ride inside your body. If meat isn't processed or cooked correctly, you can ingest a form of the worm called a cyst that can transmit the worm to you. Lovely stuff. Signs and symptoms. Now, the thing with parasites is that you don't always know that they're there. They're no anchorman.
I'm kind of a big deal.
But sometimes you may feel symptoms like diarrhea or constipation, nausea or vomiting, bloating, itchiness around your anus, fatigue, unexplained weight loss, poor tolerance of carbohydrates, headaches, long-term health effects. Now, if you don't have symptoms, this doesn't mean that parasites aren't doing you any harm, and the whole what you can't see doesn't hurt you does not apply here. They can cause malnutrition, diarrhea, blood loss, immunity issues, and it can even impact a child's growth. They can cause seizures, blindness, infertility, kidney issues, heart failure, and even trigger an early purchase of a plot in a graveyard. So no way should parasites be ignored. Diagnosis. Trying to diagnose a parasite infection is like playing Russian roulette with your health. You really want to have definitive proof one way or another if you do, in fact, have a parasite. Tests don't guess. While the fecal multiplex PCR test is the standard test, the GI map test gives the most precise analysis. Okay, so before I overload you with too much information and give you a headache bigger than Ben-Hur, let's get down to what we're all here for curing parasites the natural way, diet. First and foremost, you need to support the process through what you put in your mouth. To prevent a bunch of parasitic freeloaders living off your dinner plate, it's important to stop fueling them by steering clear of simple carbs and starches. And yep, I'm going to be the party pooper here. You're going to have to steer clear of the alcohol too, which is often high in sugar. Instead, load up your plate with nutrient-rich veggies, especially orange-colored ones, to get your daily dose of beta-carotene. It'll turn into powerful vitamin A, which helps your body resist worms. Keeping track of any foods that trigger digestive issues is also crucial. Many people react adversely to gluten, dairy, and eggs, so always be sure you always know what your system's limits are. I get it. It can be a pain, but ingesting food that triggers an immune reaction is only going to put further burden on it when it's already overwhelmed fighting the parasite. Drink lots and lots of HTO and increase your intake of fiber-rich foods. You also need to keep things moving when you do a parasite cleanse. Think veggies, fruits, whole grains, nuts and seeds, and sometimes things like psyllium husk can also really help. And eat plenty of garlic, pumpkin seeds, pomegranate juice, and papaya seeds. Pumpkin seeds especially contain a compound that helps to attack tapeworms and roundworms. So pretty cool. Herbal Remedies. Now that you're ready to give your body the ammo it needs for a parasite cleanse, let's check out some of our most powerful herbal weapons in the fight against these pesky critters. Firstly, we need to look at berberine containing herbs including golden seal, Oregon grape, and barberry. These herbs have been used for centuries for treating infections against a large variety of organisms, including bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Oregano oil is also a great remedy against parasites as it stops them from multiplying in your body and combats any toxins the parasites release when they die off. And then you've got mighty garlic. Garlic's been slaying parasites pretty much since the dinosaur time, so you know it means business. In fact, studies have shown garlic to be equally effective as some parasites as conventional prescription medication. And the great thing about garlic is that it won't harm your beneficial bacteria in the process. It actually will help them grow while kicking the parasites and the bad bacteria. Thyme and wormwood, which are aptly named, are great ones to add to the mix. These herbs have also been used since Tutankhamun. And then some other herbs that fight parasites include clove, powder arco, myrrh, and black walnut. When used together, these special herbs can unleash a powerful antimicrobial force that'll leave those parasites trembling in their skins. I will add though, always consult your healthcare provider before taking any of these herbs. Except for garlic, that's fine. Plus, a parasite cleanse might not be the best idea during pregnancy or nursing or even for children. Other supplements, furthering from removing the parasites, I would also suggest consuming some pre and probiotics, whether it is through food or supplements, as they may help your body work more efficiently at killing the parasites. And last but not least, I wouldn't do a parasite cleanse without antioxidants such as vitamin C, zinc, and N-acetylcysteine. As the parasites die, they release toxins like ammonia that cause things called free radicals that need to be neutralized. So if you don't include antioxidants, you're going to have a big toxic problemo on your hands. Oh, that was a lot. I admit that was a bit of War and Peace type length, but I hope this has been comprehensive. And now that you've learned how to do a parasite cleanse, that's not only going to work, but it's going to be safe. So if you have found this to be helpful in your parasite killing journey, please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. And thanks so much for hanging out with me today as I've gone through this not so pleasant topic. And if you want to know more about another toxin that's damaging your health, please check out our video here. And I'll see you in the next one.